know what it is. I ain't been to sleep. I went to sleep for an hour. I went to sleep. I've been up since I woke up yesterday morning. And, you know me. If you don't know me, I'm here. I'm getting to it. I'm trading the market. You know, futures, forex, stocks, stock options contracts. We're trading the market and we are invested. And I practice what I preach. You know what I mean? Look at these stocks. Mom, look at all these great docs I found on ZocDoc. Do you have double pin guard? Anki. These makes people feel comfortable. And Dr. Barbosa is Anki. Buenas noches. Life insurance is a wonderful asset. But what happens when you no longer need it? Or you can't afford it any longer? It's nighttime there, huh? It's morning here. I haven't been asleep. I've been up all night. I slept for about an hour. Buenos dias. Good morning, my friend. I'm here trading the market. I'm Cleveland, Ohio, in America. Let's download Rocket Money and we'll see if you're right. Okay, it actually looks like you're paying for 15, which is costing you $290 a month. No way, Rocket Money has all your expenses in one place, and it even helps you create a budget based on your past spend. Don't worry about the subscriptions. You can cancel the ones you Cleveland, Ohio. And it'll even try to get you a refund on some of them. Actually, pretty helpful. Download Rocket Money today. What would I do? I don't know what I want to see. Lori won $2,000 kidney earrings for just $1. Joseph won an iPad for just $6. There's millions of fast options. Subscribe today at dealdash.com for $50 of free credit and your first game guaranteed. That's a fake. Your ETF's up 33% over the past year, and it's going. Bless this Saturday. Sure, we can use it. Nico. Nicole. What's up, Nicole? How are you? It is 7:53 there. It's 9:52 a.m. here. It's 9:52 in the morning here. India. Salute, India. Hasn't stopped yet. In the meantime, 68.65, and the Dow 100 points. We're back in just a minute. Benjamin Moore came to Unisys to migrate their critical workloads quickly. Unisys helped transform their IT environment through a masterpiece of cloud. Namaste. Namaste. Wow, this is actually happening. Tuition, housing, already put in. We'll have to change it. Stop guessing and start knowing with Quicken. Investing. You buy low, sell high. Namaste. Apkaisan. Another child play a game. This is growing business. Real thing. You know, wealth isn't won in a bag. Luck is not a strategy, and success demands discipline. No, we don't do that. Serious about investing. Right? I can't believe we didn't use ZocDoc to book a double service sooner. And this therapist will take our terrible insurance. Oh, people say that even worse makes them feel comfortable. John Dennison has a certain. She done popped in talking about shut up, little bro. You've got options. Namaste is hello in Hindi. आप कैसा हैं? आप कैसे हैं?
आप कैसे हैं?
आप कैसे हैं?
आप कैसे हैं?
आप के
आप कैसे हैं?
आप कैसे हैं?
आप कैसे हैं?
आप के
आप कैसे हैं?
आप कैसे हैं? How are you? आप कैसे हैं? Namaste. आप कैसे हैं? Hello, how are you in Hindi? I said I was going to teach myself Hindi because I have a lot of Indian supporters that pop in the live. So namaste. Aap kaise hain is how are you? Aap kaise hain? Kaise hain? Kaise hain? Hello, how are you? Oh, I learned fast. So namaste. Aap kaise hain? Hello, how are you in Hindi? We see most reports now 2.76 today. I think this is going to be the year where people just say these are the worst stocks. Yeah, all stocks around corners down very badly. Can they bounce back? The market is doing exactly what I was saying that last week. I was feeling that the Fibonacci candles were indicating that we were headed towards an uptrend, irregardless to whatever other people were saying. And the Fibonacci candlesticks were not. Um, if you really think about it, they were in limbo. Shiratri.
शुभ रात्रि.
Shibrachi.
शुभ रात्रि. शुभ रात्रि. शुभ रात्रि.
Shubratri. 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 Shub. Shubat. Shub. Shub. Shubat. Shubarat. 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 Shubarat.
शुभ रात्रि.
Shubrachi. Shubrachi.
शुभ रात्रि. शुभ रात्रि.
Shubrachi.
शुभ रात्रि. शुभ रात्रि.
Shubratri. Shubrat.
शुभ रात्रि.
Shubratri. Shubratri. Good night in Hindi. Namaste. Aapka Singh. Shubratri. Good night. Hindi seemed like it could be a language that wouldn't be that hard to learn if you have language skills. What beautiful, beautiful situation that's going on that we have in the market today. Um, mm, it's this has been a blessing, an ultimate blessing for me to be able to just participate in this market. to have the opportunity to invest and trade the market and to be able to learn this discipline. To be able to learn this discipline. You know, I feel like every individual in the world should learn to invest. I don't You should learn to invest in the global markets, in the global markets, in the in the world's economic markets through owning stocks and shares in companies across the globe, globally, and I say that and I believe that. Um, Learning how to establish, how to determine when bias has been established in futures trading. Um, who lines up the movement, who establishes the movement in the direction, continuation of the market. There's so many different things. Tyree. Oh shit. I'm gonna take it whoever Tyree is that I know. I must know you from. I got out of prison in 2013. Well, I got out in 2013. I touched the line. I went to the halfway house in August, and I got out in 2013. If you know me from being incarcerated, then I was doing music, and I told everybody that I was gonna come home and get right back to it on the music side. So if you know me from being locked up, I mean, what if that was something that I hadn't told everybody though, bro? You pop in and talk about when did I get out? I don't even know who this is, but yeah, I did some time in prison for narcotics trafficking and weapons possession. I share with my community that I was a hustler. I was a street hustler. I was in the streets. I was getting money. Check out my records on all music platforms. Santorio Hector, featuring artists from across the United States. We got mad projects out. Go check out the records. Santorio Hector on Apple, Spotify, Amazon. Check out the records. Check out the videos. We got a hell of a music catalog. So go check out the records on all music platforms and do me a favor. Learn to invest. Learn to invest in the market. When you get paid, take a percentage of your paycheck and learn to invest. Join the CNBC Investing Club with Jim Cramer. If you got a bag, join the Red Panda Stock Club. That's a stock club. You could join the CNBC Investing Club. You could tap in with Wall Street Trapper. You can tap in with Aristotle. You could tap in with Chris Sane. You can ride with me. But whatever you do, you need to make it your business to learn how to become an investor. I didn't say trader. I said that you need to make it your business to learn how to become an investor. I appreciate the likes and everybody like and subscribe. Share the live. Encourage people to come and to subscribe to the channel. This is my reality YouTube channel about my life as a trader, as an investor, as a record producer. Just someone trying to utilize the market to change my life and to change my reality. You feel me? I am invested into the markets, and this is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I'm into, and I would like to encourage, my loved ones and my people and my family members to get invested into the market. Right now, I'm looking at a chart for futures forex. It's going up, you know.
Whether that's an enduring trend or it's just kind of a little bit of an episode that we're in for now, it's also confirmed to some degree with the cyclical parts of this market that have been trying to get in gear over the last couple of months. Guys, let's bring in Scott Brett this morning, Senior Global Equity Strategist for the Wells Fargo Investment Institute, talking about what the
Shout out Tyree.
Good to see you. Hey, Carl.
What's going
I'm also
on?
looking for better GDP and accelerating earnings, but can you get moderating inflation along with that?
I think you can, Carl, and we've got a 2.8% number out there next year for CPI, so that's
Yes,
and pretty much in line with
man,
right now. But I think that if we're
I caught a nice trade.
obviously
I caught a
inflation could be a little
nice
bit lower,
entry point
if I
into
look out
this
to the
trade.
Fed, if
I've
it goes a
been
little bit lower too. So
I've been in this trade. I've been out of the trade. I
that's a good setup for risk assets.
made a couple, scalped a couple dollars, jumped out the trade, left it alone, moved over to the CAD USD futures forex, which is the Canadian dollar US dollar futures forex. Made some money. Made some money on the CAD USD. You feel me? And I just was like,
The way we've been playing that is we've been overweight.
I felt like that.
We've been overweight communication services.
I felt like that.
Neutral on communication services, and we just recently, maybe about a month ago, went to a neutral on technology. So, that's about.
I felt like Mona Hisahoma.
Total market cap of the S&P 500.
And, his Fibonacci candlestick reading techniques in the Cicada 5 method, it just took everything that I do with the development of the Iron Vice stock options trading strategy, which could be applied across investments. You could use the Iron Vice in options, futures, and in every other form of trading as well. Apply it to the charts as well. So the Iron Vice trading strategy was started for stock options, but could be applied in any discipline. You can Iron Vice up any chart, and so it's a beautiful thing. I am going to be releasing in 2026 the Iron Vice stock options trading strategy PDF booklet with interview sessions between me and Chat GPT about trade strategies and things of that nature, so people can really understand and maybe go from looking at some of my interview queries and some of the dialogue and trading strategies and conversations that I've had with Chat GPT and the actual trades that I applied them to them and mapped them out to actually make money. Like really in the market. Understanding how to use even the Fibonacci candlesticks to validate or invalidate noise and information that you are hearing in the market. You can drown out and eliminate a lot of what's being said and what's being spoken by just visualizing what you see and what the Fibonacci candlesticks are showing you. Like the Fibonacci candlesticks show where the trend is going.
Well, Scott, aside from the Bank of Japan, how
In this particular situation, we got an uptrend and it's running. We have an uptrend that's running, that's in place from institutional buyers and sharks and whales and prop firms, from previous foreign market investing. New York has come in and validated the trend. The New York market, New York came in and validated the trend to show that this trade was on the upside. You feel me? And this is what, to me, what setting yourself free is all about. You know, and you know, it's not the freedom that you create for yourself. It's come with a cost. It come with a cost. It don't come with making money in the market. It's not easy. So it can be done. It can be done. It's being done by brothers and sisters, and new investors, young investors, and older investors, um, people in retirement that's controlling and running their own retirement funds through investing. It the list of the different types of people and demographics of people involved in the market, I'm sure, is greatly varied, and which that's a beautiful thing. The multi-ethnic diversity of the market, the global markets, the world markets. You know, Nipsey said we living in one of the greatest times in the world right now. It's one of the greatest times to be alive. It's almost like the time of the California gold rush all over again. And he was so right about that statement that he made. And yeah, I'm just glad to be able to be alive and be blessed to be able to have the ability to read, comprehend, and understand what's happening and what's going on in the market, and to have the opportunity and the ability to be able to utilize the market to create change in your life. And you can do the same thing. You can utilize the market to create change in your life, the change that you need in your life. And you can create that change by teaching yourself and learning the discipline of investing, the discipline of forcing yourself to say no to some of your wants and some of your desires, and maybe even some of the things that you feel like you need, or that you tell yourself that you need, but that you know that you really don't need. And to take a time, to make investing a part of your life permanently, and a discipline, and vow to yourself that you're going to become an investor, and that you are going to be an investor until you cease to exist in the world. And I promise you, no matter no matter what age you are, and I encourage every young individual to become an investor, to get invested into the market. I encourage every young individual to, you know what I mean,
actually at higher rates than anything else I was able to find online. I don't want to be losing sleep over having
Allow
made risky
yourself
investments
early.
in something
Allow
stable
yourself
that could
early
really
in your
give
life
me
to
long-term financial benefits. I know
break
my money's
away
working hard for
from
me, and I know I can
the
access it anytime I need
distractions
it.
and the things and the people that will prevent you from being
I've
able to
always wanted to
focus
teach money, man,
and get to
and
this
that's
money.
why we created this club.
Truly.
This is really a great way when you do not have access to this type of information to learn. He speaks to you in a very relatable manner, and you're gonna learn.
It's great for new investors, it's great for seasoned investors, it's great for anyone that's looking to be more knowledgeable.
Get invested. Join the club today. Go to cnbc.com/join Jim.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms, but just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie can help you save.
Welcome back. We're just days away from Christmas, and we're looking at data to forecast which retailers are winning in the holiday shopping season. Roth Capital partners out with a new report today on which retailers are leading away with app downloads. Names like Shopify, Walmart, Target coming in strong. Big box giant Costco, though, lagging behind. Joining us now, Bill Kirk, Senior Research Analyst at Roth Capital Partners. Bill, it's great to have you on, and let's start right there. We're not talking about good old-fashioned foot traffic at the mall on the weekends. You're talking about app downloads. How meaningful is this data, and why?
Well, thanks for having me. I think some of what you see is the old-fashioned stuff. It is the companies and the retailers that have the best convenience that are getting the downloads. And yes, it might not be a willingness to wait for delivery times, but you can use the app for in-store pickup. So if you're a last-minute shopper and you want to make sure you get the product, a really good way is to use the Walmart app, use the Target app, select in-store pickup, and that way you don't have to risk the delivery times at this point. So last-minute shoppers are flocking to the app. Some of it is probably for in-store pickup. And to your point, Walmart's still very, very strong. Walmart's been strong for a while. It was very strong last year as well. But Target is really the one that's picked up in the last few weeks. It's done much better in kind of the shoppers' minds, or in the consideration set from Black Friday on. And it's reached the number 3 spot in total app downloads, a spot it hasn't held at all this year. So very timely to be in customers' minds.
Yeah, Target's had a rough year. It's had arguably a rough couple of years here. You've got a neutral rating. Does this change your thesis on Target?
They're about to have a Christmas
so
run
the
out.
Target call here would be tactical. It would be, they might be having a nice holiday season. They started with commentary in 3Q. So back in November, they gave commentary that their toys were up about 10%. That is a very good way to start the holiday season, and the app downloads have been strong since. Our issue with Target is a bit more structural and a bit longer term. We think they're behind on investment spending. Their price points are a little too high for some of their assortment as well. So we think calendar 2026, after what could be a strong holiday season, you're going to have increased spending needs for Target, which is earnings risk for Target.
And Bill, now I know you've been negative, at least as of recently, on Costco. They don't really show up that well in these app download numbers that you mentioned. And it's always been an expensive stock. But what do you say to folks who argue that, it's kind of unwound that really huge ramp in its valuation that we had, last year and into this year, and it's kind of trading back to where it always has. And it's generally been, sort of reliable even in a value-centric consumer environment.
It's a fair place to start, and that's kind of where we started. It doesn't underperform too many consecutive years, right? That's very rare for Costco to underperform 2 years in a row, and that's what it would take for our call to be right here. But what's happening at Costco is a lot of metrics are going the wrong way at the same time. Renewal rates have faded a little bit. Incremental members added aren't as robust as it's been, and traffic is slowed. And when I think about what Costco does, and what Costco does very well, is they're better than every other retailer offering value. The parameters that consumers care about, value is one of them. It's convenience plus value. Walmart's doing both. Walmart does both very well. Costco does one of the two parameters very well. And that's been perfect during times of high food inflation. Being the best value-oriented retailer, that won for Costco. But now with food inflation at lower levels, and it's been at lower levels for a little bit, people, or at least incrementally, shift a little bit away from value and a little bit toward convenience. And that's, I think, the structural problem at Costco, is they're only offering one of the two parameters, and the convenience part, which they don't do as well, is becoming more important.
Is some of the weakness in Costco, is it picking up small business activity to some degree? I know that is a piece of their consumer set.
It is.
Mikey Charts, Mike Santoli.
They have a great assortment, they have a unique assortment, they can kind of hit a lot of different consumers, but as things like Walmart.com become more pervasive with third-party sellers, right? Walmart.com all of a sudden can have a endless aisle, right? Endless assortment that can overlap with Costco better than the Walmart physical stores could for generations. So you're getting increased assortment overlap between Walmart, using Walmart.com, and what Costco can offer.
Bill, I'd argue that the same argument you're putting out there would pertain to some of the, retailers at discount, like the TJXs of the world, and they seem poised to win the holiday shopping season again too.
So those are names we cover as well, but in an environment where if convenience is winning, there's a lot of TJ locations and very good, real estate, right? They have a lot of really good real estate, and they are a very good last minute shop. I don't cover them.
I taught him a last minute.
Specifically put it in the context, but yes, it would make sense.
And then just knitting it up on Walmart, I mean, does it all circle back to the advantages Walmart has that the market kind of recognizes at this point?
I think they understand it, but this is a generational change at Walmart. And so for years, Walmart's convenience was not a variable. It was a constant. They were great on value, but convenience didn't really change, right? They tried the neighborhood stores to get into new markets, but they were kind of stuck with their very large format boxes and didn't have ways to go penetrate new areas, right? They couldn't offer additional convenience. And with COVID pushing shoppers online in a much bigger way, that allowed Walmart for the first time to really go offer products to neighborhoods they never serviced, right? The physical stores couldn't get into those neighborhoods, and now Walmart.com can. So there's a lot of small retailers out there that were lucky for decades to never go against Walmart that are now squarely in the crosshairs of Walmart.com. So this is a very new variable for Walmart. Convenience is something they can lean into that was not available to them before, and I think the market's just beginning to understand it.
Okay, Bill Kirk, thank you.
These type of markets present so many opportunities. You got stocks going crazy. That means options contracts. When you got stocks 20, 30, 40, 50% from their all-time highs, you got so many opportunities for upside calls and options contracts. It's just it's a lot of different directions that you could take to, get you a bag and print some money. It looks like this baby's really getting ready to go. That's the iceberg down. That's going, though. Y'all be blessed this morning, you know me. Get ready to get my morning chief in.
As teachers, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our students.
My mom, that's
Each
some
one gives me a little bit of kickstart to my day, and I know it's full of ingredients that help support the immune system. We are better as teachers when we are feeling healthy and strong, and it is very hard to
cup
do
of
that.
coffee.
Right now. I've got a whole classroom, and I really don't want to miss it.
Looking for an investment with capital gains tax benefits and growth potential? Introducing Bell Point OZ, the first publicly traded opportunity zone fund. Invest your capital gains and defer taxes while enjoying potentially tax-free growth on your investment. Unlike other funds, Bell Point OZ is unique. We're publicly traded and already have one multifamily community leasing up in the heart of Sarasota, Florida, with another leasing in downtown St. Petersburg. Visit bellpointoz.com to learn more and download our comprehensive white paper today.
Muddy paws, dirty shoes, and endless cleaning. Your floors never stay clean. Meet Muddy Mat, the ultra-absorbent microfiber mat that traps dirt instantly.
Dog parents, this is a must-have. My floors have never been so clean.
You just place the Muddy Mat and close up the door, and you'll save up so much time cleaning the floors. Go get one. Thank you later.
Call or go to trymuddymat.com or scan the QR code on the screen to claim your 70% off and get your free Muddy Mat today.
It's all snow everywhere.
The Hydro Cash is a
Now,
no-brainer. I know my money's working hard for me, and I
it's
know
gonna
I
be
can access it anytime I need it. It's very simple, better rates.
a dry Christmas,
And that's exactly what I need.
a cold ass Christmas with no snow. It might well be fucking snow and this motherfucker gonna be cold.
Forums about understanding what just happened in the markets that
You
they
dig?
we can talk to sophisticated investors, beginning investors, how all this works. What was know over time? Weekdays for research and streaming on Welcome back to AI Law. There are major implications on the space. Emily Wilkins looking at how companies are preparing for those laws to go into effect on January 1st. Emily.
Hey, Mike. Well, yeah, look, major AI companies, they're getting ready for that California law on AI safety to begin to go into effect in just a few weeks. Companies with revenues of over 500 million, they would need to create a framework showing how they manage severe risks that their most powerful models could pose. And severe risks is defined as causing over $1 billion in damage or 50+ deaths or serious injuries. Companies are also going to need to start reporting events that pose major risks, like a system being hacked, and face fines of up to $1 million if they fail to report. Now, the law's implementation, of course, comes as President Trump signed an executive order meant to discourage states from implementing AI laws, arguing that a patchwork of laws is going to limit AI companies' ability to innovate and create new models. But that hasn't stopped California. At least one AI
Contract after
company has
contract.
brought
He's
up
signing them agreements. The agreements to defect. Contract.
cyber events, chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear threats, as well as the risks of AI sabotage and loss of control for our frontier models. Now, California's bill is the first frontier risk bill to go into effect, but it's certainly not the only one. On Friday, New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed an even stricter bill into law. Companies would only have 3 days to report critical safety incidents, and fines would begin at $1 million. And we know from what we've seen in state legislatures this last time, guys, we can't be expecting many more state AI laws to come, even with the executive order that we've got from Washington, D.C. Guys? That's exactly where I'm going with you, Emily, is how does the executive order change any of this, shape any of this, and perhaps just as importantly, is Congress working on anything from a federal and national level? And Sarah, I'll start with the second one first. No, I mean, at this point, we've heard Congress talk about wanting to do something, but as far as a piece of legislation that really has the momentum to address a lot of these issues and pass into law, we haven't seen anything yet. In terms of exactly how this is going to impact things, remember, the executive order didn't outright ban state laws. It basically gave the Justice Department the ability to go out and to litigate them, saying that if they impact interstate commerce, that's something that's supposed to be a federal role. So we'll have to keep an eye on exactly how the Justice Department responds to California's, New York, any other state laws that we're seeing, and how the courts wind up deciding on that.
Yeah, Emily, I guess these laws initially, they apply to only probably a handful if those revenue thresholds are what you say, and I wonder if they're just, those companies will kind of just focus on maybe lobbying on the federal level to try and either supersede these laws or find ways around them.
Like we can say that these companies, they are on the federal level, they are also very much on the state level. It was very interesting interesting, with New York's law, they initially had a different bill passed the assembly, but then some last-minute changes were made, partly that were lobbied for from groups like, say, OpenAI, Meta, Google, to try and get the New York law to be a little more similar to California's law, so there wasn't so much differentiation in how companies would have to report and what would report. Now, the two laws are not identical, there are some separations there, but again, this is why companies want to see a federal standard, because if New York and California has gone, it's very likely that other states are going to wind up going as well.
Yes, we'll see how far the one rule thing goes relative to states' rights and so forth. Emily, thanks. Emily Wilkins. Let's get a CBC News update this morning with Christina Partsinevelos. Hey, Christina.
Hi, Carl. Australian police say the father and son who killed 15 people in a mass shooting at Bondi Beach conducted firearms training before the attack. The court documents also said the two men began their attack by throwing improvised explosive devices towards a crowd celebrating Hanukkah, but they failed to explode. Officers then injured the 24-year-old suspect at the scene of the shooting and killed his father. As the Trump administration continues its crackdown on immigration, the Department of Homeland Security is increasing its so-called, quote, stipend for people illegally in the country who self-deport. DHS says migrants will receive $3,000 through the end of the year and will be forgiven any civil fines and penalties. Instacart said today it is ending a program that showed some customers different prices for the same product delivered at the same store. Sources told Reuters last week the Federal Trade Commission is probing its practice. Instacart has offered the price testing service to retailers since 2023, but said today the program raised real questions and concerns and fell short of consumer expectations. Took 2 years to do.
Not imagine. Christina Partsinevelos, thank you. When we come back, venture capitalists and hotels with us. One says we'll have to see some sobering adjustments and justify the AI valuation and highlight the impact of the IPO market. Plus, consumer highs and one-two methods to know the end of the Great Recession. We've got that and more from Squawk on Future Times.
Gary, bubbly water, no bubbles. So what did you do this weekend?
The huge. Shut up. We're working to manage our people and AI agents.
Need a last minute gift idea? Get the latest from laser measured wall-almost cargo liner, side window deflectors, or no drill butt flaps. Get your gift card instantly at WT.com.
Please, Dad, can we keep them?
But this is coming out of the color series. Cookie characters.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, no. Our water line. It costs a fortune to get a contractor to come fix it, and it's not covered by homeowner's insurance. That's why you should have home serve.
Emergency.
Your water line breaks. Home serve says a qualified contractor fix it and pays for the covered repairs.
With HomeServe, the American dream of owning a home doesn't need to be nice.
But for HomeServe, started just $4.99 a month.
Call 1-844-939-924. Visit homesave.com. Why should you trade options rather than stocks? Because they offer higher returns, are cost effective, and can actually reduce risk. Learn how in our new book.
You got the work that I ran in a weekend. It's just like, wow,
On measuring and being successful.
I have a couple stocks, but I don't have many anymore. It's all options for me.
I highly recommend everyone gets John and Pete's book because there's nothing else out there like.
Get a free copy today at itsnotanoption.com. Itsnotanoption.com.
True North has something truly fast and friendly. Introducing the new True Rewards mobile app. Sign up to get instant access to member-only offers and in-store coupons. Just earn at the top. Stackable deal savings. As a True Rewards member, special card status, find a store, and exclusive offers all in one place. Become a member and save 25 down on your first fill after signing. Download now from the Apple or Google Play stores. True North convenience stores and True Rewards. Fast, friendly, clean.
At home, Spectrum Internet is how you game uninterrupted. And since Spectrum One includes a line of mobile for 1 year, it's only logical we help you dominate everywhere else too.
So easy.
It's only only the seamless connection we love at home, everywhere we go.
We running up, y'all. The market running up.
It's only everything. Activate your T-Mobile Line today at no cost.
We are in the trading day. Some of the big stories moving the market so far. Cleveland Fed President Beth Hammack telling the Journal she doesn't think there will be any need to change rates for several months. Hammack citing concerns about elevated inflation. She wasn't a voting member this year, but she will be in 26. Gold's on pace for its 52nd record close of the year. Precious metals on track for its biggest gain since '79. Expectations for lower rates helping to fuel that move higher. Silver and copper, of course, getting an even bigger boost as well. Shares of NVIDIA moving higher after a Reuters report says the company's looking to start shipping those H200s to China by mid-February. We'll get more details on that story coming up.
What's good? What's good? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, guys. You know, we here trading the market.
And is the highest amount raised since 2021. Still, there is a massive backlog remaining as disruptive tech companies like OpenAI, SpaceX, Anthropic, and others remain private. Let's bring in Lara Hippo, partner Eric Hippo, to discuss what he expects in the year ahead. Eric, clearly there's plenty of companies ready, but do you really believe this is going to be a year of unlocking the public markets given how
Yes. Yes, New York. Yes. Damn, now I need to stretch out for 6 months.
The backlog is not going to be cleared all at once. But this is the best year, this year has been the best year of like, since 2021.
Stretching the chart out to a 6-month chart because we looking at the October. I want to see how much higher could it possibly go if it continues to run. We right here, right now. It hit this level last week, but if it goes past this resistance, and if it goes past this resistance, is it going? Is this the next level? Is it going back up to these levels? Sheesh, if it's going further up back to these levels. If it's going back to those levels.
I suspect, however, that the first $500 billion IPO will not be an AI company, but will be SpaceX.
That's a good thing for me in this trade.
Next year is poised to be a big year in terms of some big offerings, whether it's, I know it's still speculation, offering. Is the public market ready for that?
I believe so. I think space. So if this year was the year for AI, the year for
When you smoke your own herb and it tastes delicious, and you don't have to pay for this, you just have to grow it. Keep all the money that you would spend inside your house.
Data centers in space. We're talking about the next warfare to be done in space. So there's tremendous amount of
All the money that you would spend on cannabis, on the sacred herb that would benefit other people, benefit you and your family. That money doesn't leave out your household. Shout out all the states that have recreational cannabis legally and medicinal. Shout out President Trump overcoming the first hurdle and rescheduling. And then the next thing is full legalization to free America and to free America's #1 cash crop to be exported. And America would be able to generate so much income with fully legalized cannabis. Talking about pay the deficit down. Imagine taxes from Americans being able to grow and sell their weed to people in foreign countries.
Driverless cars that are enabled by AI and are much safer than human drivers.
Although, Eric, a lot of the coverage today is about the San Francisco blackout and these freezing temperatures and traffic disruptions. Last week it was about the vending machine in the Wall Street Journal newsroom that was giving away stuff for free. Is this all sort of...
So the futures in Forex is really about where you enter the trade at.
So yes, this is already said. We're really
Where you get into the trade at, which like with everything, the entry level.
And so that kind of safety aspect will
Let's go ahead, baby.
Eric, you mentioned you were in the kind of early stage side.
We up $170 on this one trade.
You know, AI has been one of these movements where it seems as if the benefits of scale are massive, and it seems like the arms race into how much capital you have to on the model side is massive. So what do startups have to
We up $170. On that one trade, we up $170 today. Now, we watching two charts for the same instrument. Watching two charts for the same instrument. That's that chart, and then this right here in the corner is the same instrument. This is my futures Forex trade. We watching on TradingView. Trading the micro of the Great British Pound and the US dollar futures.
As a way for people to boost their productivity, not to be replaced by.
Yeah.
The other thing that seems to be, I guess, poised for realization in 2026 is a full disruption of financial services. And
I've been trying to smack this trade for a couple dollars since before Thanksgiving.
How are you thinking about that or assessing that? How would you be investing for that if you are?
I'm finally about to, make a nice little couple dollars off of it. And my thought process was once that I could, figure out how to, scout me $100 to $200 a day out the Forex. If I could scout $100 to $200 a day out the Forex, that's potentially $600 a week. The market opens on Sunday at 5 p.m. So just say I could scalp 100 Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If I could scalp $100 just out the Forex, the micro. I said if I could teach myself how to scalp, how many contracts do I need to scalp 100 or more in 15 to 30 ticks? Maybe 10 to 20, 10 to 30 ticks in futures. I watched the interviews on the traders. A lot of the futures traders, they scalp. They scalp with like because in a reversal in a futures contract on the downtrend, it's a multiple. You can draw down significantly and have substantial losses in a little time.
So I just have to keep an eye on the temperature of the earnings, and I have really loved to
texture is so much better. I found Decladerm. It works so well on your neck.
Namaste.
Decladerm today for only $19.95 plus.
Casein. Casein. Shivratri. Casein. Namaste. Casein. I'm learning this Hindi. I'm learning Hindi, Portuguese, Italiano, y Español. All at the same time.
Any business can use AI. IBM helps you use AI to change how you do business. That's create smart business. IBM.
The new series, CNBC Leaders Playbook. Valuable insights from
If you know like I know, you'll learn to observe.
surprising. You do think it as you go. Inspiring.
$200 price targets, $250 price targets on Palantir and NVIDIA. Woo! That's a bye. What Jim Carver saying on the show? Bye. What the teacher said.
Factory prices are up today, and they report that the Coast Guard is pursuing
48-hour grinding.
That would be the third tanker seized in
Sure.
the last few weeks as the U.S.
48-hour
ramps up its
grinding.
political and economic pressure
48-hour
campaign on Venezuela and
grinding.
its leader Nicolas Maduro. National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett said on Sunday that the Americans shouldn't be worried that prices will be going up because of the moves, claiming that the seized tankers were, quote, black market ships. President Trump, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and the Navy Secretary are scheduled to make an announcement today at 4:30 p.m.
Black market ships. You know what that means.
Covering and bringing to you live about overtime.
You know what that
In the
means.
meantime, could you date a decision on the end of the freight recession? Well, Frank Holland is looking into this morning. Frank.
Hey there, Morgan.
Pay attention.
This could be the sign the freight recession is ending.
Black market ships. Man, we took them bitches, and that's our oil now. They should have been on the waters. They ain't even supposed to be moving that shit. It's a black market ship. Any oil on that ship getting ciphered off into that belongs give us that. That belongs to us.
That's the national number. In some regions,
Like, you know what I'm talking about?
some drivers are shifting their availability to avoid enforcement from the Department of Transportation.
It's really just get down and lay down, stay property.
Reduced driver capacity by about 1% by enforcing English language requirements, and has also closed or sent warnings to nearly half of all trucking schools in the Federal Registry, claiming either they're providing insufficient training or they're investigating their training. Knight-Swift, the nation's largest full truckload carrier, said a few interesting things in its latest earnings. First, some customers are actually specifically requesting U.S. drivers. They also see private fleets declining. These fleets built up by retailers in some cases, and Knight-Swift is considering moving more of its capacity to the spot market to take advantage of rising rates. The stocks to watch in this situation, Knight-Swift, the aforementioned company, and J.B. Hunt, two of the biggest players in trucking. Also brokerage stocks, C.H. Robinson, Expeditors, and RXO, all three of them benefit from disruption.
Hey, Frank, given the fact that it seems like the spot rates are going up, as you mentioned, because of the supply reduction, what do we think about it as an economic indicator for growth next year?
Well, in all fairness,
Shout out
it's very
Frank.
early, Mike. This is
Do
the
this
holiday
shit.
season. We're towards the end of the
Melanated
year.
man.
Obviously, some people take vacations in trucking just like any other industry. So that's one thing to look at there. If this continues, though, the trend going into March, that's when a lot of big companies like a Walmart or Target, they actually contract their rates. We can see rates going up going into March when they contract the next year of rates. Well, that's a clear sign that the capacity situation is tightened and the recession could be coming to an end because the truckers that are in service and have drivers available are going to see those higher rates. Does that mean that we're going to see more volumes? That's not really clear. I've spoken to a lot of transportation CEOs. They believe the AI build out and also nearshoring and onshoring is going to accelerate next year as well.
That's exactly where I was going to go with you, Frank. And on the retail side, when you think about inventories, we saw such pull forward amidst all the tariff uncertainty this year, there seems to be an expectation that we could see another surge coming
That's
into
what I'm
2026.
talking about. I want a woman that dress.
I've spoken to a lot of different companies about their customers and how they're seeing their inventory. Really a mixed bag. Some people are still doing just-in-time inventory, believing they can get things into the country when they need them. Others are doing just
even men of color, suits, ties, hats, like a gentleman, the casual wear. That's cool, brother. Do the hip hop. You know, we tried to bring the mafia, the Cleveland homies tried to bring the mafia, but the homie that was trying to hip y'all on, he moved to Atlanta. You know, and the mafia look with the suits and ties and teach brothers how to dress like gentlemen a long time ago, but I guess it's just the ghetto mentality. But we need the ghetto mentality must be broken.
Don't forget, you can now catch Walk on the Street anytime, anywhere. Just listen to and follow the Walk on the Street podcast. It's available now on Spotify, Apple Music, and more. We're back in a minute.
You know?
HPV-16 can cause head and neck cancer, and more people are facing these high-risk cancers than ever before. PDS Biotechnology is transforming how the immune system targets and fights cancer. PDS Biotechnology.
These people don't respect what I brought to the table. I could have enhanced their business. I'm just gonna do my shit. Enhance your own business.
My daughter's vet bills. Is this coming out of the college savings? Quick, can we do this? Nice. Okay, let's take them home.
Yes, sir. No, with Quicken.
Every year, hundreds of thousands of cats are returned to shelters because their owners are allergic. Our cat Meow Meow was almost one of them. I'm Dr. Evan Zhao, founder of Packaging. Packaging is a daily cat supplement that breaks down 98% of cat allergens safely and effectively. Just sprinkle it on your cat's food. It's guaranteed to work or your money back. I created Packaging for the people I love. Go online and order yours risk-free at packaging.com. We're confident it works.
I don't play that code.
Become a smarter investor with CNBC Pro. Exclusive live events.
This is my first time at the stock exchange, and it's been awesome. To be on the floor, I just can't leave up here.
Become a CNBC Pro. Go to CNBC.com/GetPro now. I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occur. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling? Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq. And take back what's yours. AbbVie can help you save.
Welcome back. New reports say NVIDIA could start shipping its H200 chips to China at the beginning of next year, but...
Yeah, nigga, NVIDIA about to go crazy. They got the permission. They got the green light to ship that shit to China.
Roughly 40 to 80,000 H200 chips. These are older but still powerful chips before the Lunar New Year in mid-February, this according to Reuters. That would actually mark the first set of deliveries to China since Trump approved this deal.
I don't give investment advice. I just said my opinion. I said in my opinion, I'll be buying Palantir, NVIDIA, Robinhood. You know what I'm talking about? I said in my opinion, I'll be buying this shit. In my opinion. I said I do not give investment advice, but in my opinion, from a self-taught investor, I chose my mentors in this game. I chose the rawest motherfuckers. Yeah. Troy, Rashad, Wall Street Trapper, Aristotle, Chris Sane. You know what I'm talking about? Invest with Corey. No matter what he going through, he done disappeared, got ghost, but he told me some shit about the MES that forever ring true. You know what I mean? Tory Trades, shout out Nashville, Tory Trades. You know, I'm talking about my teacher, Jim Kramer, teacher! And my Kung Fu movie voice, Five Deadly Venoms. Watch that this weekend. You know what I'm talking about? And, man, you can't be afraid to take risk in life. We be taking the dumbest risk in the street, selling drugs, all that stupid shit. But won't take a risk, put some money where some money can make you some more money. Man, I ain't doing that shit. You gonna go spend it on some weed, ain't you? Hallelujah, hallelujah. We're going to see the King soon and very soon. We are going to see the King soon and very soon.
I think credit light is how they put it, given some of the concerns that have been creeping into the space, basically through the credit cards.
Oracle is obviously a big stock back, and we know how he's getting hit by Micron. I guess they've been very loved by the street.
Those that act like they don't know what I'm talking about, they don't figure this shit out. I'm gonna make you understand.
Based off of their last earnings call. So
there's a way for a dime to make you understand. That's a mafia boss. Capo de tudo capi. Activation.
Christine, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the fact that it's NVIDIA, you have the reports about AMD, but meantime, in China, I mean, you have this
Tu capisci? Tu comprende? Tu entiende? How many ways should I say it?
Just how to think about these supply chains and the decoupling.
Dude.
Every single week, which seems to be another massive IPO. There was MetaX not too long ago, which is a GPU provider. This shows that there's not only...
I've been trapping 2 days straight. You feel me? Out the stock market, though. I ain't left out the apartment trapping, nigga. Trapping and at war. Not no bloody warfare. I'm at mental, spiritual warfare with forces of darkness, corporate America, you know what I'm saying, the workforce, in the streets, you know what I'm saying. People that are supposed to be my brothers and sisters, they don't build each other up. Brothers and sisters build one another up. They tear each other down. Brothers and sisters that tear each other down. I ain't talking about none of my real brothers and sisters either. I'm talking about brothers and sisters in freaking humanity. Humanity. In humanity. That. How the fuck do niggas lie on you and get you fired from your job and offer you a settlement without offering your fucking job back? And bitch, you supposed to let me turn the job down if I ain't gonna take it, or hire me back and try to find a reason to fucking fire me, but you never could. But you definitely can't motherfucking bar me from ever working for you or any other company you affiliated with. Why would you do that when I dedicated 2 years of myself to this fucking company and had just reached a 2-year anniversary and 160 hours of paid time off? Man, get the fuck out of here. All of my last year's paid time off spent on hospital bills, on injuries that happened while I was working in this motherfucker, from mold and chemicals splashing in the motherfucker face, or all type of other shit. And then motherfucker put some derogatory bad papers on a motherfucking name and said that a motherfucker got fired for harassing female tenants. Get the fuck on. That's a fucking lie. All I ever did was make sure my female tenants, when their doors got kicked in by these niggas, I repaired them. Nigga, when they showers was leaking and had holes in them, I fixed them. When they toilets was clogged up, I unclogged the toilets. You know what I'm saying? Fucking around in them, they niggas and they baby shit, to get the toilets unclogged and all type of shit. And ain't nobody gonna put no motherfucking smut on my motherfucking name. Not my fucking biological father name, not the Hector name, my artist name, nigga, and not my adopted name, my Irish Italian motherfucking father who raised me, nigga, Godfrey. You ain't never gonna put no motherfucking smut on my legit name. I'd have went to prison and did my time and all that, and can't no smut be put on my motherfuckers. The fuck? Motherfuckers telling motherfuckers calling here to try to hire me somewhere else. These cocksuckers telling motherfuckers. They told unemployment they fired me for harassing female tenants, but they so fucking retarded. I got a termination letter that say I got fired for some shit that I said in a meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning that I never even fucking said. The fuck? So we going to motherfucking woe with the legal way. Period. Lawyers, all that, lawyered up, case. You know what I'm saying? Equal Opportunity Employment Commission said they fucking discriminated against a dark-skinned Native American. Ain't no fucking African American, no black-ass nigga supervisor, excuse my language, because I'm not racist. I'm just saying this motherfucker, that's black people be the main motherfuckers trying to destroy another minority. They lied on me and got me fired from my fucking job. That I never was gonna quit, nigga. And they ain't had no reason to fire me, so basically I was locked in this bitch. This motherfucker player hater. A motherfucker who I done let these motherfuckers think you trained me, motherfucker, and you never trained me. The day you supposedly trained me, I did all your fucking work while you talk on the phone, told you go on and chill, I got this shit. Did all that motherfuckers work, and after that, they was throwing everybody's work on me from that day forward. Like I ain't know this ain't my shit. Nigga, happy to have a job, nigga, overproducing. Running circles around motherfuckers in this bitch. Doing my work, some of they work, motherfucker, and still doing whatever the fuck I was doing. Get the fuck out of here, man. The motherfuckers ain't gonna disrespect me and my motherfucking professional reputation. Like I wasn't the competent person on the job on so many construction sites since I was in my 20s. My motherfucking white father had a construction company. Motherfucker, who they think ran his jobs? The fuck? Who they think watched over Mr. Aldrich and them shit? Paragon, if Mr. Aldrich and Ravi had to go make a run, nigga, when the motherfucking city inspectors, nigga, Robert Barnes, motherfucking building inspector from city of Cleveland. I went to school, grew up with Robert Barnes. That's who I dealt with. He dealt with me when he came to inspect the houses on the lead job. I don't got to get the calling out names, nigga. This whole city, if you know, you're from the city, for real, the city of Cleveland, and you know, you feel me? We ain't doing no cap. No cap. Nunca, never.
Right now, market holding on to solid gains. The S&P 500 up just under 0.5%. The Nasdaq up a similar degree. The Russell 2000 outperforming as some of the sort of racier, more speculative stuff is on the move this morning. 10-year Treasury, pretty steady, 4.1.
The market is on the move, baby. Everybody. The Cleveland Fed president. We're talking about the Cleveland. We got a Federal Reserve Bank. Some of the gold that really exists, we got it downtown Cleveland. Man.
She's told the Wall Street Journal she prefers holding rates steady.
Cleveland Fed chair.
CPI, she said, likely understated and could be higher. And these would have been more hawkish remarks before the last Fed rate cut. But now,
with all that money.
In line with market prices. Take a look. There's only a 20% probability of a Fed rate cut price in the futures markets in January, 50% in March. The next cut doesn't become more confidently priced in until April. Well, April's the spring. A higher interest rate